Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're joining us from. Thanks for being here. This is the Papa Joe Show, where Papa Joe knows. I am your host, Papa Joe. It is a wonderful Thursday morning. It's November the 4th. Yes, it is the 4th. Um, where I'm at, it's rainy and it's cold. But you know what? Sometimes those kinds of days just make you want to sit by a fire, enjoy some nice coffee, warm coffee, and just zone out and relax. You ever notice that if you look into a fire, like the flames, and you watch them, you can't really predict where it's going to go, what it's going to do. And it's something about it that just calms you down. So, one of the things I learned in my survival training when I was much younger is that if you ever get caught out in the woods and you get hurt or something like that, figure out, start a fire. It will calm you down. It'll allow you to center yourself and relax. So, days like today, one of those things that I really look forward to doing here in just a little bit. I'm going to go start a fire, grab some coffee, and just chill out for a minute. So, first things first here, we'll go ahead and pop in and say good morning to everyone. Good morning, Tom. Thanks for being here as always. Kim, good morning, good morning. Welcome, welcome. Francis K, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good morning. Thanks for jumping in. So, yeah, it's been a fun couple of days here in the crypto world. I've started to look at a few new coins that I'll let you guys know once I get done doing my analysis on them. I don't want to throw. Well, you guys do your own analysis. This isn't financial advice or anything like that. So everything that I do here on the show is 100% educational, 100% entertainment. You guys do what you want with the information. I cannot tell you what to do, and I'm not gonna tell you what to do. But some of the coins that I've looked at recently is Civ or Civilization. They are. I'll actually, you know what? I will pull that up for you guys. Kind of going off a little bit of different thing here this morning, so stand by, and I will throw these out there for you. Pull them up first before I flip over to them. All right. So, and let's flip over to them. Good morning, Stephen. How you doing today? Appreciate you being here. It's fantastic. So Civilization. Wrong side. Civilization. These guys are building a coin, the world's first community investment vehicle, CIV. Basically, they are a decision-making. They drive decision-making. Autonomous software code drives investment overall. The Civ fund management system is driven by performance-driven smart contracts. So basically, it's effectively a hedge fund on a blockchain, first of its kind. Kind of cool. At least that's how I look at it. Something to think about. You guys do your own research, but it's interesting to me. Also, another one, Axie Infinity. A lot of people look at this and go, "What? Axie's a game on a blockchain." That's kind of weird, but it's an interesting project. Let's pop this down some so it's actually legible. There we go. Yeah, their total supply isn't very high. It's only 23%. It's still a fairly new coin. So you can look at the price charts here and stuff like that. So yeah, you guys do what you want to do. I think it's interesting. These are things that kind of, whatever. So, but anyways, we will flip over here and yeah. So anyways, I don't know why I just randomly wanted to jump into that. It just popped in my head, and hey, there you go. Have some fun with those. Just please do your own research, not financial advice. It's a couple of things that have interested me here recently. But anyways, do me a favor, please smash the likes. I don't know how many people are watching. This thing is not accurate at all at how many people are actually here. So I don't know how many are, but let me know. Smash the likes or drop a comment or pop in the live chat here. It's a lot of conversation that happens here. We got, Tom, Francis, Steven, you guys are here. You got Kim. You got a lot of people coming here and they have a really good time, have a conversation. We have a conversation together, stuff like that. So it is fantastic to see you guys. Thank you for being here. So subscribe to the channel if you're not. Tick the little bell, if you want to. That way you can hear all the great content that we provide here. And I also do an evening Patreon show. So evening being 4:30 Eastern is typically when I start that. So hop in there if you want to. It's up to you. That's where I get to be unfiltered and not be concerned necessarily about what I have to say, and be careful about the topics I cover, and or what I get to really talk about those topics. So I personally think I've done some interesting subjects in the past. It would be very interesting to see what you guys, y'all's opinion is on those. So, 1 second here. Da. Interesting. I'll cover that one too, I guess, for you guys. I put that over here. Something just popped up, and I'll cover that in just a second. So, anyways, what wrong button? Let's jump right in. So, a lot of people know that cryptocurrency is a disruptive technology. And as I say, it's a disruptive technology is because of blockchain technology. You guys have heard me talk about that. Those of you who are new here, I'm really big into blockchain technology. I'm really big into cryptocurrency. And the reason being is because blockchain technology, in my opinion, and in my experience, a lot of people don't realize I have a lot of experience in IT, about 20 years. And I've been involved in the crypto blockchain space since late 2011, so almost the beginning. In my experience, and the things I've seen happen in this space, blockchain technology in particular is going to completely and fundamentally disrupt every aspects of our lives in a positive way, I think. And as with most things, there's always, with every coin, there's two sides. So depending on how nefarious people decide to do things with it, i.e. our elected officials, they're not really elected. Our voting system isn't working the way it's supposed to be. But those are stuff that I have to go more in detail on the Patreon, so I can't really say much else than that. Anyways, it will disrupt everything that we do. Supply chains, payments, transactions, anything that has to do with any contracts. Think about buying and selling a home. NFTs, that's the future of NFTs. I can go on and on and on. What I'm going to cover today is the transaction fee industry. So MasterCard, Visa, they're owned by the same company. Banks have their own different things. I guess there's Discover, and there's also Amex. They do their own payment processing. Anyone who's a clearinghouse, effectively, are going to be completely. They already are disrupted, and they're freaking out, and it's beautiful to watch. We saw last week or week before last, MasterCard is about to enable probably next week, I think. I thought it was. I'm probably wrong on that timing, but I'm pretty sure it was next week. That they will be soon. We'll go with soon. That they will be enabling the features to use and spend and do crypto-related things on their platforms. How many people use MasterCard? Tens of millions, probably close to 100 million people. They will now soon be able to have access to crypto in a method that they're used to. That's huge. Tom? Exactly. Those of you who don't know what the Flexa network is, you need to check it out. John Kim talks about it. Just to give you an example. Folks behind the Litecoin Foundation are involved. Flexa and AMP, pay attention. Pay attention. Say it again. Pay attention. Flexa is a network that basically retailers and merchants can use to have benefits to accept crypto directly. Kind of cool. Anyways, keep an eye on that towards the end of this year. So, anyways, the entire payment processing system is about to be completely changed. And I had something in here highlighted, and it's not highlighted anymore. Yay. Let me see if I can find it. This isn't it, but I'll read this. The reason this is going to be such a big deal is decentralization, which is blockchain technology. Blockchain is decentralized and it is distributed. Compute, storage, database, whatever you want to call it. From a technology perspective, it's like having a Raspberry Pi everywhere. When I mean that, your phone can be a node. Your cash registers can be a node. The servers in the back house of the store can be a node. The entire you can set it up in Google Cloud and Azure Cloud and in or Microsoft Azure's cloud platform. You can do it in Amazon platform. You're banking on your smart team. You and me both, brother. You and me both. Thanks for popping in, David Daddy. Yeah, it's going to decentralize. Decentralization cuts out the middleman. Transactions. No one's in the middle taking a fee. Somebody else, though, an individual who's processing that transaction with either their master node or their validator or their mining equipment, it's going to an individual or a group of individuals. And it's a much smaller transaction fee. Just beautiful. And it's not going to a conglomerate. It's going to the masses. It is just one of this. Oh, it's so beautiful. I love the technology. I love blockchain. And I can tell you, if you're a business, linked in the description of the video is my company website. I talk to other businesses about building different types of blockchains for different purposes and different use cases depending on what the needs are. There's very few of me out there. Let's talk. That's what I do. That's not what that's not everything. I do lots of different things. Kind of full spectrum when it comes to crypto and blockchain. Anyways, this is going to be very, very hard on these companies which are connected to the banking systems. That's why you see them. Oh, I'm going to accept this. Why you have the Litecoin card? I don't have my wallet on me. Litecoin card. It's a Visa. It's effectively tied to a. It's basically a crypto debit card. You have Litecoin in the account. Litecoin account. You have Litecoin in the account. The account is not exact. Well, whatever. You spend it at any retailer. The retailer doesn't even know. With Flexa, though, it lets them have, if a retailer or a merchant was going to actually want to benefit from accepting crypto, then they would set up a Flexa network. That's just something to think about. Those of you who are listening from a retail perspective. Anyways, so France moves ahead of China in battle for CBDC supremacy. Those of you who don't know, China just set up and they have started seriously moving the digital yuan. Well, France is also doing the same thing. Other countries are going to start doing the same thing. I've mentioned it before, and I'm going to say it again. CBDCs is nothing but a digital form of fiat. The CBDCs, central bank digital currency, they will fail because the world looks at these fiat currencies as poison, as trash. They don't want them. Look at what they're doing with inflation. Everything's pegged to the dollar, or it's supposed to be pegged to the dollar. It's not really the petrodollar, which is the dollar and oil. Still don't get that. Anyways, I get it. I'm just still like what was the thought behind it? But anyways, I digress. You got to realize that these are going to be stable coins, as they call them. They're going to be able to print as many as they want. They're going to be able to do all the tracking and your spending. And, they may offer you an account at the Federal Reserve full of all these cryptos, and you do whatever you want as long as you comply with what they say. Ever heard of a social credit score? Ever heard of you complying with what you've been told? See where this is going? People aren't going to use this. As long as Bitcoin's alive, they're not going to use this. You get it? CBDCs aren't going to work. Cliff High talks about this in his reports. If you haven't gotten them, I don't think he's got them available anymore, actually. But he'll talk about them. The central banks of the world will try 3 separate. My fingers are cold. 3 separate times. And they will all fail. And people will move 100% into using regular, normal, free cryptocurrency. Free cryptocurrency meaning not constrained by in any way. So, just to keep your eye on that, if you guys don't mind. More adoption. We've talked about PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App. You guys have used those. We've all tested them and played with them. This is important. Beginners. Sorry, I got to remember to bump those up. When you have people who are just now getting into this stuff, you need to understand they're used to using PayPal and Venmo and Cash App, especially the younger generations. They're used to using these apps to send money to each other and do all those different things. You know, it's very similar. The Divi project, the Divi application, the Divi wallet that's now on your phone. It's very, very similar to a Venmo. Hey, what's up, Litecoin leaders in the house? Thanks for jumping in, man. Good morning. Good morning. Who else do we have here? Good morning, Diana. Good morning. Let's see. Manny, hey, good morning, my friend. Good morning. I couldn't find that. Well, there you are. Yeah, there you are. Good morning. Good morning. Anyways, I am glad you guys are all here. Means a lot to me. You got BR Music. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, guys, if you're watching this live, pop into live chat, have a conversation with the other people here. And as you guys can ask me questions and stuff, I'll try to answer them. Especially if it has anything to do with what we're talking about, for sure. But yeah, anyways, the Divi wallet is very similar to the way Venmo and Cash App works. If I want to send Bitcoin to somebody, so like if I was going to send Divi Daddy, Divi, or if I was going to send, like you can send Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, I think, and I'm pretty sure they're going to work on other stuff too, but those are the ones that I remember off the top of my head that are in there. Say I want to send Divi Daddy some Divi. All I got to do is look for his name and send it to him. I don't got to know what his address is. That big long string of address made it very, very easy. The point of adoption is making it easy. These three platforms are making it easy for people to use cryptocurrency for the masses. It's allowing them to get in without going through their financial institutions. It's allowing them to get in to enjoy what we are all enjoying. I need some coffee. Sorry. And it gives us the option to actually have fun and learn from each other. And this gives them the ability to get in and jump in. This is adoption from a monetary perspective. There is an entirely different discussion that needs to be had on blockchain adoption. People, when you find out the stuff that's going on behind the scenes and the amount of stuff that's being built on blockchain now, I am serious when it's a heart attack. Everything in our lives will ride on a blockchain in the not too far future. You've got to really, really, really pay attention to this. Very, very cool. Anyways, did I have it? No, I didn't highlight something. And one of them I highlighted, I don't want to read some to you guys. Federal Reserve is tapering money printing that fueled Bitcoin bets. Really? Yeah. They're afraid that they're printing so much money that it's forcing the Bitcoin price up. How do I keep saying, guys and gals? They're afraid. They're scared that the money they're printing is going into crypto. And it is. I've had people reach out to me and told me that all the stimulus checks that they got, they put straight into Bitcoin. I think they got one round at one point for like $6,000, $7,000, $8,000. I don't know how many people they had in their family. And it jumped to like 12, 13, 14,000. I don't remember. That doesn't happen except in crypto. It's phenomenal. It's a beautiful thing. You got to realize, people, there's nothing they can do to stop this. And I just sit there and chuckle. You know, these people, they've been in control for so long that they're, and I talked about this yesterday, they are out of touch. They are long gone. Their heads are buried in the sand. They have no idea what they're talking about with this. Guys, we're headed towards something that people have never seen before. Humanity, this isn't just here in the US. This is a global thing. It's going to be a phenomenal turn. Something I also wanted to kind of point out here. This is something that people are also a little bit concerned about in those areas. Bitcoin whale holdings reached 2021 high amid inflation fears. People are looking at Bitcoin as a way to hedge against inflation. They are. And if you want to know some of the whales are, look at MicroStrategies. Look at Grayscale. I mean, crap, look at Mark Cuban. There's a whale. Look at Elon Musk. There's a whale. These guys have a ton of Bitcoin as an individual, and their firms hold even more. Okay, look at Michael Saylor. He talks about how many he personally holds publicly. I don't remember what it is right now off the top of my head. These guys, they hold a lot, and they're looking at Bitcoin as a way to get away from inflation. So they're buying more and more of this. Large investors holding at least 1,000 Bitcoins snapped up 142,000 coins last week alone. Taking the cumulative tally to nearly 200,000 Bitcoin, the highest since 2021. Basically, all year, this year, people have been buying Bitcoin, and they've been holding it, and they're not letting it go. They're not letting it go. It's confirmation of the view that Bitcoin, seen as digital gold, or perhaps institutions are just making a longer-term trade on the Bitcoin price. Yeah. Tom, yeah. They also hold a lot of Litecoin. These firms, they don't just hold Bitcoin, everyone. They hold a lot of other assets too. Just pay attention to what's on their asset books, especially for the crypto stuff. Anyways, adoption's here. They're looking to get out of the market. I've been saying the past few days, crypto is your exit strategy. I actually had a conversation with a friend of mine last night. I can't divulge where they work or what they do. Let's just say it is in the financial industry. And I asked the question, it's like, what are you going to do for your customers when the dollar fails? He's like, oh, I don't know if the dollar's going to fail. I was like, really? How much is it a gallon of gas? How much is it to buy a cluster of tomatoes, a head of lettuce? How much is it to buy a box of cereal? What do you mean the dollar's not going to collapse? He's like, okay, you got a good point. I was like, yeah. Even if they stopped printing money right now and started retracting the supply, it still wouldn't fix this right now. It still wouldn't fix it. And I was like, and that's not going to happen. And I was like, you know that. He said, yeah, you're right. It's like, okay, so what are you going to do for your customers when the dollar fails? It's like, what have you done before when the stock market crashed? He's like, oh, we just pull into cash and just buy back in at the bottom when it's done. I'm like, what happens when it's crashing because the dollar's worth nothing? And where are you going to go then? He's like, well, I don't know. It's like, are you going to go buy gold contracts and silver contracts? That's also being manipulated. He's like, yeah, I know. The price of that stuff should be much higher. It's like, okay, then where are you going to go? It's like, I guess I'm calling you to figure out how to get into crypto for these people. It's like, uh-huh. You are. These people are looking, they are starting to change their exit strategies, and it's not into cash. It's not into dollars. And it's not going to be into paper, gold, and silver. It's going to be crypto. You watch. The stock market will tank, and all the money that's coming out of there will flow right into cryptocurrency. It will. And the price of this will go nuts because of that. And then this is what I keep saying as well. The Bitcoin will eventually not be valued in Bitcoin. It will not be valued in dollars. It'll be valued in something else, a commodity of some kind, like gold and silver. Something to think about, guys. Something to think about. So, we've had different price predictions here recently. This one's a little bit of a different angle I had not quite thought about. But Bitcoin will peak at $253,000, Ethereum at $22,000 in this cycle. If it's like 2020 or 26, or if the 2016 halving bull run repeats. So in 2016 it halved, 2017 it jumped. This is turning out, in my opinion, more like 2013. So go back and look at what happened in 2013. That's more like, but this is just an opinion to kind of throw out there for you guys. Bitcoin currently trades 7.3 times its price since the halving in May of 2020. If the last halving cycle has anything to go by, historically speaking, the Price action will not stop until it is 30 times higher. That's a lot. All right? That's a lot. And this isn't even including the FOMO. This isn't even including the collapse of the dollar and whatnot. I don't know if that's going to happen, if the dollar is going to actually collapse. In my opinion, it's already collapsed. They're just doing whatever they're doing to keep it alive. I don't know. It's not worth anything to me. I would much rather have crypto all day long than having the dollars. If I could get everyone that I have to pay bills to accept crypto, I'd be doing it today. Technically speaking, I probably could through things like the Litecoin wallet or the Litecoin card and things like that. But I don't know. Yeah, just thinking out loud made me think about something different. Cool. Don't you love when that happens? So they're thinking here as well that Bitcoin will equal 1 Bitcoin. That when the dollar fails, that Bitcoin will be what everything is denominated in. And that may very well be what happens, where you have a Satoshi's worth effectively what a dollar would be, whatever that is. So value is derived by lots of different things. It really, really is. Rick Costa, a very, very good point, my friend. Hard to go by the past now because we've never seen this much adoption and awareness. Exactly. That right there is what I'm trying to say. These analyses that the people are looking at, they're just looking at historical stuff. They're not accounting for FOMO. They're not accounting for any of the adoption. They're not accounting for any of the awareness. They're not accounting for anything like the PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App being able to sit there, or like the Divi wallet, making it so simple, stupid simple for people to get into crypto and get out. People are going to get into crypto and they're never going to get out. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. Once they realize, once they drink the Kool-Aid, they're not going to want to get away from it. They're going to look at it and go, holy crap, this is an investment I could spend. That's a big deal to when people realize that kind of stuff. And I'm going to put it back to this, guys. It goes back to the technology underneath this. You need to understand what blockchain technology is. If you don't, schedule some time with me. Join the Patreon. I have a Telegram channel you guys can join through the Patreon. Ask me questions about it. Set up some one-on-one time with the company. I will explain it in great detail and simplistically. I guess that's how you say that. Simply, whatever. I will go as simple as you need me to. I'm very good at that. Anyways, I digress. Blockchain technology is what's running this. Blockchain technology is what's going to run the world in a free and programmatically regulated way. It's already regulated because of blockchain. You can't arbitrarily regulate it by a third party. You just can't. It doesn't work that way. This was the last little thing popped up right before I started here, or right as I started. I said I'm going to talk to you right at the end here. Polygon, or Matic is the ticker, raises $2.3 million for its truly decentralized and pro project launchpad. Polygon, the world's first truly decentralized launchpad without gatekeepers. Guys have been saying Polygon's not a joke. Polygon provides a breath of fresh air in the world of blockchain launchpads. Current solutions all foster innovation and on a specific blockchain. So, current solutions foster innovation on a specific blockchain. Ethereum, EOS, Neo, Tron, specific. They're generalized blockchains, but they're specific blockchain. And that's fantastic. They foster innovation on specific blockchains. But they all look and operate the same. You know what's unique about Polygon is it lets you do it on any platform through them. It allows you to connect and grab and hold and do all these different things and create this perfectly molded blockchain or solution or smart contract, whatever you want it to do. And it can run everywhere. It doesn't have to be tied to ERC20 tokens. It doesn't have to be tied to the BIP, what's the Binance one? BIP 28? I don't know what it is. I can't remember right now. There's so many of them to remember. But anyways, they're raising more capital to continue to build what they're doing. You know, Polygon or Matic they never did an ICO. Hey, Crypto Sherpa, better late than never. Watch back some really good content. Really, really good content. You know that something really unique about Matic before they rebranded to Polygon? They were the first project that I found that came across my feed, whatever, that had gone out and raised VC funding, venture capitalist funding. They actually were funded through Coinbase and through who backs Coinbase. I forget the institution who does that right now. Just to put it into perspective for you guys, there's not been any that I'm aware of that's gone and done that until Polygon did that when they launched. And that's what caught my eye about them. I was like, wait a minute. So they actually have to meet their milestones or Coinbase owns them. Okay. So now they actually have a fire behind them and they're going to actually take off and do stuff because they're using other people's money that want to see the outcome of the product. Yes. Good morning, Bitcoin Vendicoot, by the way. Thanks for being here. And you are correct. Fees on Polygon are a fraction of Ethereum. Oh, they are nothing. It's fantastically beautiful. And Polygon is fast. Like, you send something to Polygon, it's there. It is fast. It's incredible. So just kind of think about it. Polygon is setting themselves up. They really are. And it was really, this is very well put right here. Current solutions, meaning Ethereum, really kind of what they're mostly talking about, I think, because everyone uses Ethereum as their launch pad to launch their projects from. They foster innovation in a very specific blockchain. Fantastic. This blockchain gives everyone the ability to launch on any or multiple platforms at the same time. So you build it on Polygon, and guess what? If you're if they're integrated with anything, you can launch it on all of the different blockchains. So your smart contract can ride on any blockchain. That is cool. That is something that hasn't happened before until now. Something to keep your eye on, people. Polygon's not going to go away. They are building something that is actually very needed in this space. From a blockchain perspective, it is something that hasn't been done yet, and they're doing an amazing job with it so far. Oh, it's going to be fun. It's going to be an amazing time that we're coming into to see all these projects actually take off, and we have the opportunity to build that generational wealth for our families. So, what are you guys going to do about it? I know a lot of you are already into this, and you're paying attention to it, and you're doing stuff with it. Just keep in mind that as things get crazy, everything's going to be cool. Everything's going to be good. Everyone is going to be okay at the end of the day. Because we've had this foreknowledge and we've enjoyed this time. So, anyways, I'm going to go ahead and cut there. I'm actually late for another meeting. I've been trying to push them out further, but the 1 p.m. Eastern is kind of the time that everyone seems to really want to grab that time slot. So I blocked it. They still grab it. But anyways, do me a favor. Those of you who are in here, smash the likes for me. Just let me know how many people actually watch it. If you like the content. And then if you want to hear Papa Joe, me, unfiltered, there's Patreon. I typically talk about subjects that you just can't talk about publicly, which sucks. It really does. But anyways, other thing I was going to say, there's one other thing I was going to bring up. I don't remember. Subscribe to the channel. If you want to see more of this stuff, click the bell. Let's have some fun. Really enjoy it. Thank you all for being here. It really means a lot to me. And yeah, we'll see you at 4:30. You guys be blessed.